It was a very nice run between Yarasu and Cryptic.
Oh, I actually watched
And
that one. That was
Stellar put on a
phenomenal.
great performance against Zane today. So good runs have been good, for sure.
Yeah.
And the Santi race was great also.
Yeah. Speaking of, looks like Blue and Pippi are both starting as we enter City Escape. Blue's really going to be hoping she can hit CE skip for this first stage, because otherwise Pippi may have a little more experience running skipless than Blue does.
Yep, and I don't see his attempt to see skip from Pippi also, so he's going to gain about 2 seconds on Blue. About.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of runners, especially a lot of the ones I've talked to. Once you start implementing CE skip into your runs, that section between where you hit the skip and the rails sometimes becomes a bit of a blur. So you could easily see yourself losing a couple seconds there, as the movement may not be the cleanest.
And our runners are basically synced right now going into the CE skip area.
Almost frame perfect, but let's see if Blue gets it. She's lined up. Oh, she doesn't get it. This is Pippi's territory.
He doesn't get the stick there, so this is a little bit slower than he'd like, but our runners are both really even right now. It's great.
Yeah, this is a good situation for Pippi, but Blue has to probably, not be the most upset, as she must realize that Pippi doesn't go for skip. So at least she has solace in knowing that she will at least be on pace with Pippi or slightly ahead or behind.
Yep, for sure. And Pippi not getting the stick there, it's really annoying. It's pretty inconsistent sometimes.
I want to say it's based on the angle in which you hit those speed pads. That's really what determines it.
It's something, it just doesn't work, bro.
Yep, and we will see both runners starting to head towards the truck section. I want to say, I'm actually not going to say paces, because apparently I got a commentator's curse whenever I say time, so I'm going to just let the runners do their thing. No!
Oh, no! Pippi gets Ethmar pitted. This is really bad. All right, at least he hit the checkpoint. Still, this is really bad.
At least he has the checkpoint, but the Ethmar's curse lives on. No! That is a doomsday scenario. That's a doomsday scenario for Pippi.
Yeah, and 203 from Bluegh. Not a bad time, especially if it's a skip attempt in there.
Yeah, I mean, a 203 is a very solid time to get skipless. I know most people typically aim for a sub 2 minute to have a good time. 203 is still phenomenal to aim for, especially with how many little mistakes you can make in that movement, especially on those rail sections. We'll see if Pippi is able to get past this section again, or if the tilt may be getting to him.
Oh, he misses the rail here. Yeah, this isn't looking good.
Not at all, but we gotta have faith. Hopefully he does not Ethmar twice. That may just put him out of the race if he does. Okay, thank God he's out.
That during truck, this should look to be about maybe like a 210 or so.
Yeah, I want to say so. I'm still gonna refrain from saying times, but I think this should be a 210. We will see Blue going into Wow Canyon. Hopefully she does get some good pieces coming from her. Maybe a free piece along the way.
Yeah.
Stone Statue Quartet, that's a pretty decent piece one. Especially the one that's close to Sphinx Head.
Okay, that's good first try.
Bird Box in the Shade.
Decent piece two also.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't go check for swirling or over the tilted pillar. Wow Canyon Chalk, I guess the good thing she didn't check, but very solid movement from Blue. That should net her about 24.
Yeah, not a bad set at all. Good movement. Should be here loading into Bigfoot. See if he does front box. I'm pretty sure he does.
I want to say he actually does back box on this stage. Nope, never mind. I am mistaken. Pippi does front box. And he does the... I don't know the exact name of the method, but... Oh, no.
Okay. Nice.
All right, good.
Save from Pippi.
Yeah, you really want to try to make sure you're staying on cycles with those Bigfoots, because if you mess up one of the hits and he starts firing, a homing attack will actually end up having you hit the bullets, and you will take a death there. And especially with what happened at the beginning of City Escape, you really don't want to see that happen. Green ping near the 6th. Very good start so far. Opting for the monitor down below. Under the wings of two birds. I want to say this may give a free piece somewhere.
Yeah, that's not a good piece too, if not, and it doesn't look like it.
We'll see what the P3 is. I think this might give Scary Eyes. No, Terrace with two legs. That is actually a piece. that if you have your camera angled correctly and are able to see it quick enough, you can spot that piece on the way out, as a couple of people in chat are pointing out.
Yeah. Even if he didn't spot that, like he didn't, it's still not a bad piece 3 from there.
Oh no, Blue missed the first rail hop. That's going to cost her a couple seconds. It's always one of those mini tilters for me whenever you are on that first rail hop and you get sniped off it from that beetle. It always kind of just puts my run into a bad mood.
For sure. Yeah, 42 elevators, not what she wants to see.
No, but to be fair, I don't think she recognizes, you know, she doesn't recognize that Pippi Ethmard. So
Yeah.
you have to see if maybe some of these mistakes may get to Blue in terms of tilt. Because it really does play a huge factor. You do see some runners that can get very good times, but because of tilt, will sometimes start compounding down on those mistakes. Alright, looks like both runners are now into Prison Lane. We got Blue finishing up soon, but Pippi at the beginning, so he's not as behind as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
It's about
maybe a minute and 15.
Yeah, closer to a minute 15, but that's still very good, especially with a lot more hunting stages to go. You never know what can happen on those stages. We've seen it before.
She nails the second weight hop, and a good finish. 145. Not bad.
Yeah, 145. Definitely cannot complain with a time like that, as we see Pippi heading towards the first elevator. And he will be hitting that with a mid to high 42, which is still a good time to hit that elevator. But we've seen it before in this tournament. Some runners have been getting very, very good sets. In fact, Pippi's last race, he did get the Seraphim set on Death Chamber. So maybe we could see another phenomenal set in one of these stages for Pippi to try to get him back into this.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, Blue able to get under loop as she will be continuing through the rest of the stage. Pippi trying to finish out the rest of Prison Lane, hoping he's able to not... Ooh! This is exactly what we're talking about. That is about a 20-second death from Blue, and that's exactly what Pippi needs if he wants to try to catch up into this race. Every time, you want to try to be careful sometimes, because some of these Metal Harbor jumps, if you mess them up, especially with the lack of checkpoints, it is a huge time sink to get wrong, even if you are very consistent with those jumps normally.
Yeah, about a 19-second death from Bluegh. It looked like her homing attack was going for the robot on the right or left, and that caused her to die.
Yeah, I mean, that jump can be very tricky for some runners because you surprisingly don't have that many frames to be able to hit the A button. Sometimes you may hit it too quickly and not get the input out that you need.
Indeed.
It was one of my biggest issues when I was first learning that pathing. I would keep messing up the spin dash jump and dying.
Small Harbor, though, looks pretty good on second load. 51 checks, very nice.
51 checks are always happy to see, as she does get a very clean rocket skip, 12.8 on the timer. That is almost near like a perfect time to get on that skip. We'll see if Pippi can get with the silos. He is able to. That is a 20-second save for Pippi. He will start to try to bring this back. I believe he is within a minute in terms of time, assuming he does not make any more mistakes on the stage.
Yeah, about that. And 124 from Bluegh, very nice.
Yeah, considering she went skipless and had a 20-second death, that is a phenomenal time for Blue, as she will be entering into Shadow 1. How has Blue's experience been with Shadow 1 so far in this tournament?
Not gonna lie, I missed both her matches. Not gonna really comment on that. But I wouldn't imagine anything went wrong, really.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's one of those stages like Boom Boo, where it's very rhythm based, where once you kind of get the hang of it, you keep it for a while, but then once all it takes is one small mistake, and then next thing you know you are not able to get that stage down for days or even weeks at a time.
Yeah. Very clean movement from Pippi, though. I mean, it should be a low 130 about. Not a bad time.
Yeah, not at all, assuming he doesn't get this last skip down wrong, which it looks like he should be fine. But 133, a really good time from Pippi as he tries to cut down this lead. He is about a minute behind at this point. Assuming he doesn't get this last skip down wrong, which it looks like
Shadow's a little mean to Bluegh there, coming out with a 16. Not the greatest, but I mean, not a death, so she can't really complain.
To answer Savick, for the longest time, for months at a time, my Shadow 1 was terrible. I used to have so much issues with that boss.
Still, I think I might have the only death in Eternity, the Shadow 1.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, but we will see as Blue gets into Green Forest. Does she go for wall run?
I really don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if she does though, because you know, a wall run, especially in this environment, will save you maybe that time that she lost back in Metal Harbor.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, so we will see Pippi finishing with a 13. That's a very good time. Hopefully he will be able to pick some time up back in Green Forest. He needs to really focus on not making mistakes and playing a consistent run right now. His main goal should be hoping that Blue, that she makes a lot of mistakes, which we have seen.
Yeah, for Pippi, it's just about being consistent for him, really. Playing to his ability and hoping Bluegh has a pretty bad run.
Yeah, because sometimes that time discrepancy in the PBs, I mean, unless Pippi plays out of his mind, it's going to be really hard for him to make up from a 33 or so to a 26, I believe Blue's PB is.
Yes, 26. And it looked like she had a little trouble skipping the loop there. It could be a little finicky sometimes, understandable.
Yeah, she does just opt to go for, you know, the standard route instead of wall run or any other task run or moonshot or anything like that.
Yeah, that's smart play.
Yeah, so guess we'll ask Chat at this point since we're getting a little bit close. Does Chat have any predictions for what Blue's time would be in Pumpkin Hill? Any guesses?
Ooh. Okay, she pops up there before the jump and... that messed her up right there.
And this is what we mean. That's about a 10-second death, so Pippi should be able to try to get back some of this time. Looks like a lot of people are saying low to mid 40s. Sonic Fan hoping for an 18. Classic Box with a 24. Mango 69. So we'll see what time she gets. It all depends on her first piece. Who knows? She can get something good like second skull, fifth from top of bottom. I don't remember the exact clue. Or she can get something like Farmhouse and then really see that time start to dwindle even more.
Yeah, and Pippi, I'd consider Green Forest one of his best stages. He's putting up some good times in his races yesterday, and should definitely help here closing the gap on Bluegh's death.
Yeah, all we need to do is we need to just see Blue not mess up any skips right now. And he is able to hit bungee skips, so all he has to do is not make the same mistake Blue did, which he will opt for a slower but safer method.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Me neither. Skulls on the right and left. Very good piece one for Blue over here.
Yeah, it's a good piece one.
She should hope for a Sad-Eye Pumpkin. Ooh, see but can't take it. That is... Ooh, you don't want to see that piece, and you definitely don't want to take that piece either.
Yeah, oftentimes considered one of the worst piece 2s in the stage, for sure.
Because the piece 3s definitely don't look the best. And a place where you can hear the horn, no, this is not what you want to see.
Yeah. This very good for Pippi, though.
Yeah.
Bluegh looks like she's going to get a high 40. Pippi could definitely do better than that. Depending on his RNG, of course.
49. I believe the closest guess here is Dawn with a 48. So, unfortunately, he was a second off. Ooh, laughing into tears. Do we see a cold iron bars? Oh. Unfortunate. He even turned the camera to make sure.
He made sure to, he didn't miss it.
Interesting fact, if he does get Lonely Tombstone, which he did not, but if he gets Lonely Tombstone, that would confirm suffering from a stuffed nose. So we'll see. Oh boy.
Ooh, Under Chimney piece 2 is in a different spot than it would be piece 1.
Yeah, he does recover very quickly though, which is very good to see. Suffer. Ooh, both runners not getting good sets here. All right, well, we'll see if Blue, though, if she can at least get Zero Cycle, that would definitely make up a lot of her deficit from Metal Harbor and Green Forest.
Indeed.
Pippi finishes that with a 55.
Looks like this dig was a little off, but it didn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, the dig is a little off, but he still was able to get out of there with a relatively decent time.
Yeah, and great movement from Bluegh so far in the weight hop and getting the cycle.
Yeah, she is definitely on pace for Zero Cycle, but we've seen a lot of runners getting tripped up, especially on that last weight hop. A lot of runners may try to rush the input to make sure you're getting in on time, and we've seen a lot of runners being just pixels short of the street, which causes them to fall down, and they could either take a death or a 20-second walk. Neither of which are stuff you really want to see, especially in a no-reset race like this.
Definitely. They're also huge tilters, also, I imagine.
Oh,
Ooh.
speaking of tilters, this is what Pippi needs to see too.
Yeah, that is one of the worst deaths you can take here. The checkpoints are very spread out on the stage, and yeah, it's a tough death to take.
Yeah, hopefully Blue she's able to pick this up, but that is not good for her.
Yeah, and Pippi missing White Hop too. That's not going to help him very much closing the gap, but still should save time, assuming everything goes right.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you really want to try to minimize the amount of deaths you have when running. The last thing you want to see is a death on some of these stages, especially Mission Street, where the last... Okay, good. She does make the jump, and I believe she's opting for... What would that be? A 1.5 cycle? Half cycle? Oh!
Not great.
What is she doing?
She should go around the back here. Yeah, she messed up the jump, and then it would have been faster to go around the back after she failed it, but yeah, it's not good at all.
Do you think that could just be tilt, maybe? Maybe she's just frustrated, and that's why she was, you know, moving all over those pillars like that?
I can imagine, yeah, for sure. That is pretty frustrating what happened to her.
Yeah, she did cut a little too far to the right. Also, Pippi actually getting 1.5 cycle, which should still be fine for his case.
Yeah, this should definitely save time over Bluegh's Mission Street, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. As Blue, I think I can clearly say this now, I believe should be getting a 2:22 on this stage. Pippi's time still currently up in the air.
Yeah, Blue got, I think, a 142 check at the top after the 0 cycle area, and Pippi got a 144. So this is going to lose minimal time to her final time she got on the stage, plus she had the death.
Yeah, so adding up, if Pippi finishes up, we're looking at about a 40-second deficit now between these runners, which is still a very close race. But let's get some predictions real quick. What times for Aquatic Mind do you think we'll get from Blue and Pippi? Any ideas? Who knows? Maybe we get a 3 fans from one of them. I don't see any free pieces for Blue, I believe.
Doesn't look like it, but Green Ping, though.
Green Ping's very nice. I don't think that's readable right now, which kind of... Actually, that could be readable. In an oven, I believe with the long ping, it is the close one, which is what you really want to see.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
No back and forth on the tracks, but container. I think this will most likely give a Ghost Room P3, which is something you kind of don't want to see. Meanwhile, Pippi, I don't believe also got any of these things. Square tree!
Oof, not good at all.
Oh, that is a worst case scenario for Blue. Oh no. Pippi, taking his time but going for the checks, I really do enjoy seeing this.
Great piece 1 from him. This could spawn a lot of free pieces. Unfortunately, again, but it's still a really good piece 1.
Yeah, it's still a very good piece 1 as Blue finishes with a 45. Let's just say that was what Blue Dude said for Blue Dude said for Blue. Oh, speaking of more Blue, Blue Flame P2, that is not good.
Take back what I just said, man. This is a very bad set so far.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. Blue Dude predicted Blue as Pippi got Blue Flame.
Yeah, awful set from Pippi and Bluegh.
Yeah, Aquatic Mind not being nice to either of them. But yeah, typically on these stages, you really want to see around low to mid 30 on average. So seeing 50s like this really is not good for either runner. But the lead is still about 40 seconds for Blue.
Yeah, about.
So
let's see.
We'll get to enjoy about 2 minutes of bootleg Mario Kart over here.
Any donations in chat? Yeah, about 50 seconds, I think, Bluegh's had here.
Yeah, let me run numbers real quick. 13:57, 13:10, 47-second lead for Blue, which Pippi is slowly chipping away at that lead, actually, which is very nice to see. Because you have to remember, we're getting into the more technical part of the run now, as Tails has to go through Hidden Base, which is really not a skip-heavy stage in the sense that there are no huge skips like Bofa or anything like that. You also have Pyramid Cave that's very technical Sonic-based, and Death Chamber, one of the most annoying hunting stages for Knuckles players, and Boom Boo and Egg Golem. So this is where we either see Blue's lead increase, or maybe the tilt from the mistakes earlier gets to her, and we can see Pippi possibly come in the lead here.
Yeah, approaching Hidden Base, so much can go right, so much can go wrong. In my opinion, it's the hardest stage in the run. Can definitely save or kill a run.
We do have a mock donation quote from Dawn. First time Mikey, long time money. Do the backwards driving to save the A rank. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
First time watcher, long time Super Mario. Greetings from Dawn. Donating because my tail's drywall disease. Okay, chat is being interesting. So we will see these runners now start to finish Route 101. Blue looking at about a 2:18, which is a pretty solid time, to be completely honest.
No, not bad.
All right. Meanwhile, Pippi is trying to get to the end of the stage. I believe he should be able to finish, hopefully with a sub 220, but if not, you really want to try not to get above a 225. Usually above a 225 means you've been making a couple mistakes, whether it's through ring route or hitting a bunch of cars.
Yeah, I don't think this looks like sub 220 pace, but probably sub 225. Let's see.
Yeah, I believe this gives a
Maybe.
He's getting a high 222, low 223, I believe. And like that, a high 222 for Pippi as we see Blue start to go through hidden base. What skip? She will aim for pole hop, but mess it up, so she will opt for axle instead.
Yeah. I could tell why she didn't go for GC skip there. It's probably because she'd have to go a little left and forward, so she wouldn't have enough height to get to the platform there. So, smart axle play.
Yeah, exactly. Not to mention, with GC skip, if you hit those corners at just the hintest of a wrong angle, Blue, I guess she didn't think she had enough height, so she opted for the standard route over the jump that skips over that area. But back to what we were saying with GC skip, if you are the faintest angle off on that wall, you will die and lose about 20 to 30 seconds, which is bad.
Yeah, that's not a great hidden base here from Blue. This Pippi is going through GC skip right now.
Well, he got it. He does get it.
Very
That
nice.
really helps in chipping in on that time loss that he has, trying to get back into the lead here. You do have to applaud both runners. They are both keeping this race pretty entertaining, to be honest. Not to mention they're both putting up pretty good times here, as we're looking at about a 17-minute finish for Blue into Pyramid Cave and an 18-minute finish for Pippi going into Pyramid Cave. But we will see how they finish it up, especially with some of these last pause hovers here. Never mind, Blue's not going for pause hovers. He's just double tapping that A button fast.
Yeah, the pulse hovers there just for safety, really. You don't need them, and good variant 1 optimization, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talk about the variant 1 optimization, but especially for, you know, newer to intermediate runners, I don't think those couple seconds, especially when you're doing pause hovers, matters as much as having the consistency of getting the tricks that you need to get off.
I agree.
I think once you're in a very high time, I'd say at least a 24 to a 23 is when you should start worrying about those seconds with pause hovering. Otherwise, sure, you're saving a few seconds, but, you know, dying in Mission Street or losing a cycle for 20 seconds is more time lost than doing a couple pause hovers.
The other thing goes right here. Pippi should save about 6 seconds. He got a 119 check as opposed to Blue's 125.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see it as Pippi looks to finish sub 2 minutes.
Very nice.
So I think I found my way to skip the curse. If I just say he'll finish below a time that is not, you know, within the second, I should be fine.
True.
For example, Blue will finish his Pyramid Cave sub 4 minutes.
I sure hope so.
I'm going to feel absolutely terrible if she messes this up in like game overs. I will feel absolutely terrible. But
She took a game over and get sub 4 minutes, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping we don't see that. Because otherwise I think Shane will be staring down my neck for that one. Alright, we will see both of these runners. Blue heading towards second door skip over here as Pippi will start heading towards the upgrade. Beautiful second try, beautiful first try second door clip from Blue as she's looking to use her Pyramid Cave experience to try to increase the lead that she has over Pippi.
See if she goes for snake skip. I wouldn't be surprised so, and she does. Okay.
She does. I mean, she's looking to try and make up some time, and this is where she hopes to do it. And she gets it.
Very nice.
Right.
Looks to be about maybe mid 140.
I'm going to refrain from saying a time, but It is definitely sub 4 minutes, so I will say I am 100% correct in predicting Pyramid Cave times right now.
I'm not though. Yeah. About a 150. That was close enough.
Yeah, 150. But hey, like I said, sub 4 minute. So, some predictions in chat now. What Death Chamber times do you expect to see from Blue? Any good sets? Maybe a Seraphim Part 2?
Maybe she's entering at 1923 right now. Just keep note of that.
1923. I will type that in the chat to keep that in mind. Alright, we'll see. Eyes bugged out. That is a green room piece. You were really not trying to see those.
Yeah, not a great
Golden
piece for
Goddess, 50-50. Not a good piece either. Stink Bug. Oh,
Wow.
this is not good. Green
Yeah.
Ping, though. Black and yellow.
Our runners are pretty close now. Pippi just finishing with a 153. Very nice time.
Trader hoping for a 103.28 exactly. Bat and a Scorpion.
Ooh,
I
this
want to
isn't good at all.
Doesn't this give us center P3? Oh, wait, what's
I wouldn't be
Blue
surprised.
doing? Blue's not opting for booty clip. He's gonna run across.
Yeah, this is definitely not the play. Not gonna be too much slower because she was already running towards there, but still.
Meanwhile, Pippi with a phenomenal P1. It is Angry Guy. Hopefully he does know where to go for this one. So hopefully we can see some good sets from this. I want to say this gives Eggman's eye level. Nope, merry-go-round. So this was a center piece.
Not a bad piece today at all. White family for Pippi, not good at all, especially because he's taking the long route around here instead of maybe going for green door clip or a box clip. Not good at all.
Give me one moment. All right, 1923. That is a 113 for her. Let's see if anybody guessed that. No, closest was a 107 from Blue Dude, so I believe he's 2 for 2 now.
I think so.
Huh? Who's there?
Oh, very bad set from Pippi. Not much he can do about this. He got the one all the way across. I'm assuming he's not going to go for any box clips.
What was the piece? Was it under the square cliff or?
Oh wait, no. Oh, I got that confused with that. Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's not a bad piece to me. I thought he got under the red light.
Yeah, no. So there are two pieces that are very similar. It was it. There's a light that no flame, light that no flame could reach, or something like that.
Yeah, the one in blue path.
Yeah, that's actually the better one because the one in red blue hallway, that one's actually very tricky to get because the weight really does not give you enough time to sometimes dig for that piece. But we do see a clean King Boom Boo from blue. But we will see if Pippi, with some King Boom Boo practice, should be able to get a first try. As we see blue, she is opting for profit bounces, it looks like.
Yeah, she has some life to give also for the resets to make it a little faster to recover from missed profit bounces.
Oh, and speaking of Egg Golem, she does fall off. Not opting for the slow route, but instead opting for another profit bounce.
Yeah, very cleanly executed.
Yeah, very clean, honestly. You can see her. She's taking her time and making sure to line up those profit bounces as well as she can. Oh, Pippi! No, Pippi! Oh, and this is really what we want to see right now from Boom Boo. You have to remember, if we don't get that one cycle on Boom Boo, it is a huge time loss. You really want to avoid that.
Yeah, not good at all.
As he will be going for a second attempt here at Boom Boo.
Yeah, taking the riskier reset instead of, it's a little faster than letting Boom Boo do his thing, but now you have to get first cycle again.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's on pace right now. 3. He does get second try, which is good, because I will say Boom Boo is one of those where when you get in your head, it gets very difficult sometimes to actually keep going with this boss.
Yeah, for sure. A nice sub 40 time on the second attempt.
Exactly. Do you think, Blue, do you think she'll be going for first try Bofa? She will, but not get it.
Ooh. Yeah, she has, if she fails these next 2 tries, she game overs. I wouldn't imagine she does so, but yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind here. Only one life.
Anyways, she does land first try, not first try, second try Bofa. which is good to see as Pippi. Oh,
unfortunate. Yeah, it could be really awkward there climbing up those platforms, especially because he was going for the quick bounce to get up there a little faster. Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of runners that opt for this slower pace.
Ooh. And
oh, that's not good. Eggwell's,
yeah.
No, I want to say there's a small enough ledge on there that you could step on it. Couldn't you?
I don't think so. That happens because he got on his back too fast as the platform was going back inside, so I didn't give it enough time to come back out.
Yeah,
Very
no.
unfortunate.
For any of the newer runners out there, Mikey actually shows this off a lot in his runs, but if you are opting for the standard method of egg goal, you can get consistent 56 to 57 out of this stage. It is definitely possible, so it is a good baseline to aim for if you are not doing any mock bounces, profit bounces, or super bounces. Oh no! Bluegh,
Not
she
good
misses
at all.
bowling, and this is her last life. She has to get the clip out, or the time is even worse. She does get it, but that has to be tilting her.
Oh yeah,
I can
100%.
imagine. As we will see, Bluegh, he will enter into Eternal Engine at about 24:44. Oh my God, she has to be frustrated. Hopefully, she doesn't let the nerves get to her, and she can pull out a second or third attempt at Bofa here.
Yeah, this could be very bad for Bluegh if she messes up again.
Meanwhile,
It sets them about even.
Meanwhile, Pippi, I know Pippi had issues, I believe, in one of the races with Eternal Engine skip, so there is a chance that we see Pippi mess this up, and that could give Bluegh some more time to, solidify her lead here.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Pippi does old EE skip, so this will about her gold ring time that she died at. Maybe a little less than that is the difference between old EE here and Bofa.
Yeah, and I mean, it is really nice to see sometimes because so many runners do in fact go for Bofa. Oh, okay. Oh, Bluegh almost messed that up, but she did pull out the last second and get it. All right, let's take some predictions. What meteor hurt times are you guys expecting for Bluegh here?
Gotta do better next time.
Pippi coming along, skipless EE. I did just die on this in the last race. It's very easy to die, a very treacherous stage to navigate.
All right, we're seeing a 41, 69, 43, 46, sub 4. Smalamar knowing the tricks here, sub 4 minutes. Let's go with that. As my guess, she will get a sub 4 minute meteor hurt. We blame Yanni. Kirby, I swear.
Ooh, dangerous liquid. Looks like she tried to restart. Yeah, I like taking this piece. I understand why some people don't, but because she had no lives, I guess she has to take it and doesn't get it.
Oh, neither does she get a three tanks free piece, so she will have to go all the way up. I think the last thing she wants to see right now is a bottom P2. That would really mess with her time. She needs to hope for a mid. 2 against 1. Okay, that is a better piece to aim for in that situation. Remember, Meteor Hurt is a lot about keeping your verticality as minimum as possible, so traveling a lot of vertical with those rockets can really eat up at your time. We'll see what P3 she gets right now. She does get Digging While Watching the Stars. I believe that should be a bottom one, so really not
a bad set, really. It's not terrible from that, from not getting Dangerous Liquid. About the best you can hope for.
Yeah, 56. Let's see if anybody guessed that. Nobody guessed 56. The closest was actually Sonic Fan, but we do have another round with Bluegh, not with Bluegh, sorry, with Pippi, who opts to clip inside the stage, which I think is honestly the safer idea here.
Definitely safer, but this about eliminates any time he would save over Bluegh's death at the goal range.
Yeah, but you have to remember, Pippi's trying to make sure he solidifies as much of his time as he can. If he starts trying to go for faster stuff and die, it will all but solidify a Bluegh victory here.
For sure, yeah. I doubt he's watching the stream right now. It's unable to tell his pace, but it's smart to clip back in a race setting for sure.
Exactly, as he does finish with a 2:54. I want to say, what time do most runners get if they do Eternal Engine skipless? I want to say it's, what, 3:10, 3:05?
I got like a sub 3:30 of a death today. That was terrible. But yeah, 3:10 is about the best you can hope for it. So.
All right, let's see what we get here with Pippi entering into Meteor Herd. Do we see a shortcut rocket P1?
Yeah, very smart play from Bluegh exiting out for lives before CGSS.
In front of a big door that never opens, Pippi's going the wrong way. This is actually a slower routing for big door. Losing about four, I want to say losing about what, 5 seconds? Floating! No!
Terrible, just terrible. Not what you want to see at all.
That is not what you want to see at all. That is the worst case situation here. The only thing that would really help is if you see 3 tanks.
Oh.
Which it sees! Oh! That is what you want to see. That will definitely help out with trying to mitigate the damage done by this P2. That is really, really good for Pippi right now, as Blue will be going for CGSS here. She will mess up the first attempt, though. Pippi really needs to... Sorry?
I was about to say, Pippi about to get a 104, which just, even with a free piece, it just goes to show how bad floating stone could be.
Oh, and here we go. We see Blue messing up again with CGSS. This is another one of those skips where if the muscle memory goes wrong and you start messing it up, it is very hard to recorrect herself sometimes, as she opts for not the box hover. Does get the clip out 3rd try, though. Will she have enough height to get it?
Looks on track to me, maybe.
She is on track.
Very nice.
That is a 3rd try CGSS from Blue, as she will enter into Eggman 2 with a 27.45.
Yeah, I can't imagine Pippi bringing this back, especially if skipless CG here. It's going to be very tough for him.
Yeah, the only hope is that Blue forgets how to do Eggman 2 or Final Rush or Shadow 2. Those are the only chances here, as he will miss the 4th hit and have to go through the stage normally here. This is... Oh, finds Rouge quickly. He needs to try to get a hit on her, like, now.
Yeah, this fight can get really out of hand here. As
he does get it, though, with a 36, I believe, on the clock.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, not that bad for having the bottom open there. It's very dangerous when that happens.
Yeah, I personally always find it very hard to see Rouge whenever that happens.
Yeah, unless you're on the last hit there, definitely reset that. It's very annoying.
Yeah, Pippi will be starting to go through Crazy Gadget, as Blue will be starting Final Rush. Do you think she'll have any trouble with doing FR skip?
I mean, in a race setting, it's definitely nerve-wracking going for the skip. Not easy to do with all the pressure, but I do know she does the bounce version. She should be able to execute pretty well here.
Yeah, she will. I mean, I personally always go for the bounceless variation because I find it's very easy to line up where I need to go, but bounce is a quicker time. So there is an argument to be made for both strats, as Pippi, for a second, I thought was doing like CGS or something, but he will be going through the stage normally, as Blue looks like she gets a very good turn off to finish off the skip here. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see if she has enough height.
Yeah, Pippi, what he did there was landing in that spot while you flip the middle lever is definitely something that you could do. It's very safe, ensures you won't die and get kill planed going to the bottom part.
Yeah, a lot of runners, if they're trying to optimize skipless CG, I'm pretty sure you guys just hit the middle switch and fall right in, right?
Yeah, what Pippi did there is very run safe. Doesn't lose that much time.
Yeah, and you have to remember in these race settings, it's all about run safe at some points. You really don't want to die and lose that time. Is this this should be enough height for Blue to finish?
Yeah, this is enough height for sure. Yep.
Yep, that is enough
25.
height.
Pretty solid time.
30. We could see a sub 30 run from Blue here. But it was pretty close. If she was only, if she turned half a second later, we would probably be seeing her restarting the stage here.
Yeah, let's see. Pippi nearing the end. Having trouble killing these chaos. It's very awkward for how they're lined up.
Yeah.
Looks to be about maybe a sub 230 from him. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if she gets, especially if he. Oh, what
very
happened?
Unfortunate there. Yeah, he had no rings from the chaos and got wrecked by that robot. That robot kill was very tough.
Meanwhile, Blue starting to have some issues with Shadow too. I think this may take her away from sub 30 if she doesn't get this last hit. She does. 29.58. That solidifies the Blue victory over Pippi. If we can get some GGs in chat for Blue right now, as she does finish a pretty well off run here.
Yeah, very much GG. She's now 3-0 this tournament. That's great.
Yeah, I believe her next match should be against Wagers, right?
Yeah, Wagers, toughest opponent in her pool, definitely.
Yeah,
Very excited for that one.
I'd love to see how that matchup turns out, especially when you get two higher paced runners like Wagers and Blue racing against each other.
Yeah, should be one of the best lower pool matches this tournament.
Yeah, as we see Pippi doing a lot better in this section, preemptively rolling to make sure he does not hit that enemy again.
Yeah, this has been a very clean end. Very nice bounce excel after killing the chaos there. And nice first try puzzle room skip.
Yeah, that's always
Very
very
nice
nice to
ending
see
there.
as well.
213 is a very good time story style.
Yeah,
Take that.
he can sub 35 here, which is, you know, even though this is a low to mid 30, he will be playing within a minute of his PB if everything else goes correct during this run, which is still a phenomenal pace for a race.
Yeah, if everything goes right here, sub 33 20, I'd say he can definitely do.
Sub 33.20?
That'd be pretty perfect. Sub 33.30 if everything goes right.
You mean to finish the run?
Oh, I forgot Final Rush existed.
I was about to say, I'm like, what's this Final Rush you're talking about here?
I was just thinking Eggman and Shadow 2. My
I was
bad.
about to say, is this a fast FR? Just imagine that. Like,
yeah.
just the first second, you just homing attack off and get it. Exactly. It's the Mikey Cool Money Final Rush. It's the strat that only Mikey Cool Money does. Gets himself a 15 Final Rush. He will not share the secret with anybody. But anyways, we will see Pippi entering into Final Rush now. Hopefully he gets a clean skip and can finish this out with a sub 35.
We'll see. Rail movement so far, not terrible.
Yeah.
Good spin dash. I know Pippi does go for bounceless, so a sub 120, 130 here would be very nice from him.
Yeah, and he did have good movement entering into the skip, but he will opt for bounceless actually, which is quite an interesting choice.
Oh, I say bounce earlier.
Yeah, you
say
did
bounceless.
say bounce.
Bounceless, my bad.
That's fine, but his angle looks to be very off here.
Yeah, it kind of hurt for me to tell. I know you do bounceless. I've never done it before.
Yeah, so for this bounceless, he is very far off to the right here. You really want to try to be lined up a lot more, and I think he's starting to recognize that as he's having trouble breaking gravity. You may... this is definitely a situation where you're going to want to, yeah, he will be resetting there. For those that may want to know, for bounceless, you do want to be a little bit more to the left on there. He wants to have his right hand lined up with that inverted building that was to the left of him. So he was a little too far to the right. And that angle really makes all the difference on a skip like FR where you're navigating across kill plates.
For sure, yeah.
All right, he will give a second attempt here. So that is a much better lineup for Pippi. This is the exact lineup that you're looking for here. You want to kind of see Sonic's fingers basically touching that red rectangle, just like that. I don't know what time he's looking to get off the rail, but off of gravity, but I believe he did that at 43.
Yeah, I think this kid's sub 130. His movement leading up to the skip was pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely very nice on movement in that regard.
Yeah,
let's see what happens as he finishes up. Hopefully the rest of the skip on Hunters in the Shadow too. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be more than fine, especially if he knows how to do the hover frames he can get.
Yeah, let's see what happens as he finishes
very nice height. You can even go into bounce here to go through the invisible wall that drags you down.
All right. I did post something in commentary, but we will see Pippi finishing Final Rush with a 131.5. That is a good time.
Yeah, not a bad time.
Whoops. But we will see Pippi entering into Shadow 2 now. Hopefully this is a sub 36 run, but this is still a very good run from Pippi. It's always nice to see runners playing very close to their PB pace.
Yeah, Pippi looking to seek revenge on Shadow 2 after what happened yesterday. Would definitely feel nice for him.
It would definitely feel very nice for him. We will see what happens. He gets the first hit. He gets the second hit. He gets the third hit.
Ooh. Smart play there, not going for that hit and bouncing up. could have easily died.
Now, Trader did mention that he was working with Pippi on his Shadow 2, and we could see that work here as he goes 5 for 5 on the bounces for a 24 Shadow 2. Very nice
Trader
time.
effect. Very relevant there. Good time.
Yeah, very nice time from Pippi as he finishes his run with a 25.56. Can we get some GGs in the chat for Pippi finishing off a very clean run? It is always
He's giving thanks to Trader too there for the help on Shadow 2.
Yeah, it is very nice sometimes, especially when you have a good run, to see that Tails cutscene play. It's almost like, you know, a symbol of victory to see.
For sure, yeah.
Well, I believe I'm going to be hopping off comms for a bit. We do have Ninja versus Emerald, actually. A very nice race to see coming up. And then Zephyr versus Pippi at 10 p.m. to round it out. But hopefully you guys are excited for this next race. I'm going to be heading off comms for a bit. So hopefully everybody enjoys the next race coming up.
Yeah, I'll be hopping off too. This is a very exciting race coming up. The long-awaited debut of Emerald and Ninja Frog also. Very exciting match.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.